Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday in Wiki World. I started working with some jelly prints and then hit the button on the computer at 3:25 and then hit the go live button, and it wouldn't, my trackpad wouldn't work because I had paint all over my fingers. So now you know where that paint is. Whew. Now we're good to go. How's everybody today? Good, great. I'm glad to hear it. I know nobody's on yet. This is a live broadcast, so be prepared for where you always get some silly. Today I am going to work on some backgrounds for my new field notes journal. And I have been working diligently behind the scenes to get it where I think you guys might enjoy it. And today I want to work on Mark Rothko, because his color blocking thing is very conducive to a background page that you can add to. Now I wanted to do neutrals, but and I will. I did one group of neutrals. If this ends up being too bright for me, I can take it and add a light coat of something that will dull down these colors. Okay, so there's one, and that's just where I opened the lids of the paints and the little thing that is put on there to seal it. I pulled it off. Didn't want to waste any, so I put it there. Who knows? You never know where that might get used. Put that back here by itself. I might use some of these too. The tea bags from last week that we did. Okay, and this is a ghost pull. And this is probably the first generation. I need to get some more rollers. I think I've got some brayers. And that was 2 or 3 pull prints. You know, just get rid of the paint. And after putting this 11 by 14 on the big plate, I had this space left over. So I just started printing it by itself. This was one of the first ones. And I was getting the plate kind of warmed up. I think this was the first one. And one of my brayers was leaving marks. However, let me show you guys. You can't tell it now, but that was a clean brayer. And so was this one. Now I want you to see what I salvaged from, hey, Joyce. I better not put that on that plate. It'll stick. I just couldn't turn it away, throw it away. I got some beautiful chunks of, they're thicker than skins. They're pretty thick, and they're two-sided. And it came off, it was torturous. Here's one with some glitter. These will be great for the little poppers. More glitter. Glitter, glitter. Look at this beauty. In the back of it. And I couldn't find Mr. Murphy. So I used kitchen soap. It came off, but it wasn't as smooth as Mr. Murphy, and he'll come off in one spot, one chunk, and I'm not sure that I don't like this better. Of course, I don't have to wait 5 years before I do it again either. So, pretty, pretty. See if there's any other pretty ones. There's a pretty one. And this is off those 2 rollers. So look for those. Now, come hell or high water, the first video in the Field Notes journal will be Monday. And it won't be live. That'll just be plain old video. Oops, I just put that in my lap. And then on Tuesday of next week, we'll start with our Field Notes journal. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit. Okay, so I'll put that over to the side. Put that over to the side. Because I've got to have, isn't that beautiful, this? Anyway, here's the plate that's ready. Everybody out there in YouTube land, or what are we calling it? Anonymous land. Be sure and like us, put a thumbs up. Excuse me, I'm finishing my pills. I don't like being old. There I'll go. Seems like the older I get, the more pills I have to take to stay alive. I have also pulled out, I almost positive I've got some good rubber briars. This is a wooden one. I think it's probably for maybe wallpaper paste. I don't know. And then for thin lines, I've been using this, which isn't great, but anyway, I'm excited. Y'all will get to meet Dr. Victoria RoseBloom in person on Monday. Make sure there's not any good paint left. Don't want to waste any paint. Now then, round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I am on my browser and I just looked up Rothko Style of Art, and just scrolling through until something grabs my eye. And it's not copying, because whatever I do is never going to look like what he did. And especially since I'm doing acrylic paint on a jelly plate. Say that 3 times fast. So I'm just looking. And I have my Arteza paint. These are the flash. And of course, I'm looking for a color that I don't have out. I want a teal. And I'm using my Waverly chalk paint. I've had these a long time, and this was the only size bottle they had it in. So that's what we're going to use. I've got press and seal. I need to start that with something. What do I have? No, hang on. I'm looking for, obviously not that one. Stir stick. This is inexpensive. Needs more water. Anyway, when I rebuy these, I will definitely get the smaller box. I'm so glad y'all tuned in to see me stir paint. I'll put the lid back on this one. So I can turn it upside down. And I'm going to use a green that one might be good. I do have the little thing off. All right, so I'm going to use green, this, and that, and that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try not to get it as thick as I did earlier. Not my favorite color of green. So I used that already. So that means we go into the light green. Oh, I just about broke that lid off. I don't know my own strength. Neutrals, right? Yeah, that's what I said. And since I'm not really ready with that turquoise, I'll use this blue. Too much. Alrighty, here we go. I'm using onion skin. This isn't really as thin as onion skin, but it's close. I read something about Rothko today. He advised people to sit within 18 inches or so of his paintings. And since they were 3 to 4 feet in size, he said that people would dissolve in tears when they sat that close because they could make their own story. And see, that's a beautiful combination for something landscape related. Yeah, I dried almost before I got that on there. So I need some more. Oh, I'm sorry. I need some more of this dark band down here, which is easy enough to do. You'll get a new piece of press and seal. In the green. Actually, these two look really good together because they're the same value. And you know what I mean by value? That's the darkness of the paint. Where it is on the blue scale. Not blue scale. Value scale. From black to white. All right, now let's get this part over. Might as well go ahead and pull what's second print on that. But when you put these kind of colors down, you can appreciate what was said about people make their own story. Pulling up some from the previous plate. And I'm going to stop right there because I can always do something with that when I get back to it. Now this is a thinner onion skin. I have never put this on that I had the little legs. Now I'm going to lay this down just like that. Now my intention is to use these in the new field notes journal because they'll make a good background for, I don't think there's anything right there, but we'll see. As a page starter. See? That could be a beautiful something. Something. Getting more down here just for grins. For those of you who have not tried a jelly plate yet, please do. They're so much fun. And now I'm going to put a mud color This is the Waverly Mineral. Paint was still a little bit wet on the paper, and I did not have enough of the mineral. This is going to be kind of like a pickup print, I do believe. I love it when this thin paper gets wrinkles. Leave it just a minute. Oh yeah. See, now that's about neutral. These colors have been toned down quite a bit. Let's see what we can get for the Don't waste the paper. This stuff is expensive. Unless you get lucky and find it. Look at that. Look at that, would you? My little realism brain is just twirling. Look at the difference. Isn't that cool? Okay, now the top part. Let's do some gold. Gold metallic. No, I think this, yeah, it is. Let's get our old tried and true. Now, if you let the paint dry on the plate, then you have an opportunity to pick it up with another piece of paper. And in some cases, if your plate is awake and feeling like it wants to play, you can pull up the old color with the new color. Just depends. And that's where you can't control this a whole lot. It's a beautiful color. So when you get your paints, use them. I don't like to waste paint either. We picked up just a little bit of turquoise from before. That's nice. Now then, I'm going to put the gold down on the whole thing. trying to move fast. I'll get a sheet of my big paper. If you have good thrift shops in your area, go to those because sometimes they have old office stuff and you might find some onion skin paper. If you buy it online, it's they find a ream of it and then they sell it for like 20 sheets for $5, where in a thrift shop you can buy 500 sheets for $5. Hey, Rosie. Got some. Let's see if we can get some right here in the middle. Yeah, we did. It's interesting. Nope, nothing left. Might get something over here though. I don't know if y'all can see the nuance, but we've got little bits of the turquoise and the mud mineral, I'm sorry. So that's kind of neat, a little bit of the blue. See if I can pick up the edges. The reason I'm using the big plate is so I can maybe not have white edges. I like it. Bring this one back. Did y'all have any storms your way, Rosemary? Ah, that answers that. Now look, on this bright one over here, we picked up quite a bit of the mineral color, which I think is really cool. Now, if I came back and needed to use this for the whole thing together, I could put some stuff on the plate and unite these stripes. Or it could go like that. You know. There's some good color dried on this plate. I started out with an idea in mind and then did something else. There's some green and some light blue and mineral. Oh, that's light blue. Okay, so we're gonna open some more paint's what we're going to do. Wow. I hadn't thought about it. Have you? Are you? I mean, I need to get out. Ugh. I'm sure she'd love to have us in there scaring our people off. Well, come on. Well, this one went through the glue line twice. We didn't get much here last night. I think it rained, but we didn't get any serious stuff. Here we go. Damn. It's always scary this time of the year. Let's look at that one and that one. So, well, they need to improve the lids on there. Little Roland, where are you? Now these are the iridescent colors, so they're real thin. Woo! Got you some. I'm trying to hurry because the stuff at the bottom is going to dry on me. Here we go. Here we go. Hurry, 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 hurry. Not that fast. I didn't get it all the way to the top. Are you going, Rosemary? Rosemary's real good at dropping a question and then she goes gets a drink of water or goes to the bathroom or something. You know what I mean? Well, isn't that just cute? Now, if you wanted to, you could take the time to line up those colors. Here we go. I don't like the orange and the green, but other than that, and my little careful square that I put on there, in there. Oops. Some of this older paper is very fragile. There's part of a second bowl. And I imagine this is all dry. Plus, I've got a fan on in here, so. Look at these pretty colors. I love how colors mix when you're not looking. I don't think I'll get any more, but let's see. Well, we already did this page, so you know you're not going to get any more. And it's still sticky, so there's a little bit. Do you remember the price, Rosemary? I got that email and I hadn't looked at it. I had the cruise of big paper. Oh. Go well. Wrinkles and all. And be sure you put on an apron when you do this. And you probably don't want to be planning to go out to a party tonight where you need to look nice. What were these wooden rollers used for? Wallpaper seams? See, we're beginning to get some stuff. Nice. Pull very carefully. Nice. See how that toned down that orange? L'orange. Just a little bit. Do, 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 do. Ah, buttercream. This is a yummy color. Yeah, let's see what we do. My plate should be happy about now. See, you can start out with the grandest of ideas to do something like Rothko and then forget all about it when you're halfway into it. Hi, Lisa. Ooh, we're beginning to pull some cool stuff. And I'm sorry about the shadow here. These are all the pages we've done. Now this paper is thin enough that when I put it, glue it down, it will disappear almost. Ooh, that's nice. Is there anything else left? A little bit. Get that neutral. I know I sound like a... Ah, beginning to pull some stuff. Not much. Let's see what this BB does. Lot of willow. Willow mellow. There's a little bit of wet. That's my favorite part. All right, let's take a look at where we've been. That's a clean up, because I know these things are sticking up here. I don't have a tremendous amount of room. I love this one. Looks like a sunset and a hazy night sky. And you got room to put collage or words or whatever you want. This one is really bright. It's almost dry though, so we could do something with that next. I've got a couple over here behind me. That one's not bad. Not bad at all. That one's really bad. So we'll work on that one. I'll put it back behind me. This one's really pretty good. You've almost got a Rothko style going on with these bands, and each one is a different pattern. So that's, you could sell that. I mean, you know, make it believable. Here's one that needs some more pulling. So I'm going to put that back here. Come on there. You're not getting paid to stick. And this too could be, I mean, even if you use part of it, you might give it another shot. This one's okay, but it's brighter than what I wanted. As is this one, which is no big deal. Those are the ones I did earlier. Let me show you the ones I did when I was getting ready for y'all. So I think that's really cool. Oh wait, these go in the back pile. This was the very first pull of the day. And the plate was not warmed up, so all of these things are paint that was left on it from last week. This one's nice. This was just some edges. But they are Rothko-like. Yeah. You know, I'll say that. It's okay. Needs something to unify it, I think, as does this one. See, I'm drawing more to this. Okay, and then these are the, oh, yeah, these were the, we already looked at these. So that could have something, that could have something. Woo. Check out that fluorescent. And we've got this one and that one. So I am going to, these are my workovers. I'm going to put these up top. Hope they don't stick together. And I'm going to get, I'm going to get into my flash stash. Come on now. I need to reorganize this. Yeah, you don't belong in there. There's one. There's one. Okay, now put that up. I have pulled Dragon Flash, Folk Art, Bronze Flip, oh, chocolate, I love it. And some of the thick glitter and this leftover blue. I've been trying to use this up for 3 weeks. Put the green flash down at the bottom. And then the bronze. And then oh shit. Oops. Sorry. Helps to stir it first. Okay, here we go. White color first. Too much paint? But that'll make the next pull good. Hey everybody out there, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe and hit that bell. And my new series on field notes, Dr. Victoria RoseBloom's field notes, is going to start Monday. So look for that first video where you'll meet her. And then on Tuesday, we'll start with our own field notes journal. See how nice that is when you start picking up those old colors? Nice, nice, nice. Pop this just right back down there. Leave a comment if you will, even if you just say hi. Yeah, way too much paint, but that's not, it will be nice. This one. Now we'll be picking up glitter forever. Woody doody doo. Here's a metallic folk art. It's kind of a creamy champagne. Get it again. Maybe not. Let's go this way. Now this one is too wet. I'm going to pick up another piece of paper and blot it. You'd be surprised how valuable that would be in a collage. So that takes some of that off. See if you pay more attention to how much paint you're putting out. It's been a while since I've done prints like this. Now there's nothing wrong with these that have white in them, because if you will use distress sprays or distress oxide sprays, you'll get some coverage in those areas and it'll look very natural. Okay. Quit diddling. I got paint. I got paper stuck to my hand. Now we're talking. That's a beauty. Now come back in here with tea stain or coffee stain or any kind of a stain and pick those little veins will look like rocks and mountains. Ooh, that's just about my favorite of the day. Turn on the clapping machine. Clap, clap. Ditto. Champagne's a good color. Or matcha tea might be pretty with the greenish. That's subtle. Y'all can't see the color nuance, but it's really pretty. Ooh, nice. I'm deliberately not putting this out smooth. And I don't have time to think. Where's my dragon? Oh, shit. Sorry. See, you're beating the clock here because the paint will dry on the plate before you get a chance to pull it. I'm gonna put this one. Are you sure? Are you sure? Put it on top of this one. You never know what you're going to get. Ooh, that's interesting. Alrighty. Very nice. Ooh, yeah. I'll show it again in a minute. I want to get whatever I can get before this dries. Now you can do a second pull, a ghost print up on the solid areas if you choose. What now, brown cow? Smell this chocolate. I haven't used this in a while. I need water desperately. Okay, too much paint, but that'll give us a good start for something else. Does anybody know what I'm doing here? This one. If I wanted to, I could match these two up. I use one on one page and one on another. That's what I'm talking about. And sometimes too much paint can work in your favor. Woo-wee! That's nice. I like it. We still got a little bit up there we could get. Oh, they're nice and straight. This has been fun today. I still didn't get that little spot. Yes, now let's put this little baby back on there. Get some of that second. Not bad at all. Ooh. We're picking up some junk. Ooh, that's nice too. A little bit of gold showing through, a little bit of dragon. That's nice. And right before we quit, what I think I'll do is tear the studio down. Dry one of these or get one that's dry and put some coffee on it. Ooh, now I could come back and easily do something else in there. Let's get some of these edges. It's kind of nice to have a plan that gets you started and then you completely forget about it because you've let your muse take over. That's good. Good. Now let's use the one with the broken lid. What do I do with that cream here? Champagne. Letting my colors mix a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we've got some over here on the edge that might just work on this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, then see. What else needs something? I think it's all gone, but oh yeah, I got a little bit. That's cool. See, we're picking up some old plate stuff here. Got some. Ooh. Ah. I'll show it to you in just a minute. I want to capture some more. It's nice. Kind of looks hazy. You turn it this way. Kind of look hazy. All right, where was the one that I just did? Let's see if we get anything else. And we did get some. Goody, goody. Nothing. It's okay though. Now, how now, brown cow? Yo, Deborah. Yes, yo to the wallflowers. I am just free willy. And then you know, if I would slow down just a hair. Let's see what we got, if anything. I like using baby wipes. This one has some pretty stuff on it. And here comes the one with the, could use a little something in the middle thing. The other good thing about this paper is that you can see, well, you can see through it. Okay, that one's done for now. And I'm going to get one of these. That's a perfect. Not that one. Like this one. I'm beginning to throw paint on the floor now. It's really nice. And then this one. Ooh la la. And just tone that right down. Nice. Nice. Okay. This one is awfully wet. So, just making a stamp print. Actually, it's more of a my print. It was worth it. This one. Well, little. And there was still some on the plate. So that means what time is it? I took my watch off because I knew I'd get my band all in a. So that's a perfect start for something else. Let me get this one back. That's going to get all over you. That's not a good idea. This is the one I did 2 sides on accident. Look how pretty that yellow is coming through. No, that's the gold. Never mind. No, well, I've got a little on that side, but that's okay. Now then, it is 4:51. Too much. Now what you put down first is going to be what is on top of your print. And drag on. That's not drag on. Drag on. There it is. He was hiding over with the shiny stuff. You never know what you're going to get. Thank you, Deborah. You're such a sweetheart. Wait a minute. We got some edge over here. Still that one that I did twice. Oh, well. That could be a page in a journal that you fold. I'm enjoying working on this bigger plate. Get some of that green there too. Nice. Okay, here we go. Now this will be the one with too much. Beautiful colors though. So I'm going to blot this right away. And then I'm going to flip this over. It's kind of interesting because if you pull the first one and then turn it upside down and pull the second one, you get kind of a reverse image. We're really pulling out some nice colors though. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look how pretty that little dab of orange is in there. All right. Yep. Pick up this now. Not my favorite color combo, but all right. Now then, I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do champagne because I'm about ready to quit. And I'm going to do this putty. It's just the previous pull up. I'm going to leave this on as long as I think I can to not tear the paper up. See, just as we get ready to quit, the plate wakes up. But I did accomplish what I set out to do today. It's got some real nice, subtle backgrounds that I can field notes on top of. Deborah, Monday is the beginning of the field notes project. So those of you who think you might want to play along, get yourselves a journal, and I will have free printables to go along with it on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we'll see what kind of a page we can make. Don't worry about tears. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. Wow. That's cool. Let's see if we got up here. Now bear with me, I'm going to find one that's dry. I'll pull from over here because we've really got some good stuff trying to come up. See, even that, I mean, it almost looks like a dreamscape. It's been a while since I used that pinky purple. All right. Right. Here's where we just finished. If I were going to use that, I would tone it down because I want to put stuff on top of it, and I don't want the background to interfere. I know y'all can't see the nuances, but believe me, they're there. Here's the one I accidentally did on two sides. That was the last one. It's got some neat colors going through it. You saw those from earlier. Oh, man. Whew. Yummy, yummy. That one's a pickup print, but nothing wrong with it. And this one's kind of a strange little bird. But who knows? In the right hands, it could be gorgeous. Look at that perfect triangle. Wouldn't have got that if I'd have been trying. All right, now I got some stuck. Come on, Bubba. Hazy sky, the far shore. Ooh, ooh, ooh. These are so nice. It's wet. Nice. Intense. Stormy. I know I can't help myself. I just keep trying to make things look like something. One of these days I'll quit fighting it, I guess. That one's just to pick up. And is that one. This one is very bright. Very bright, but y'all saw me take those and tone them down. That one needs some more stuff. Look at that one. Looks like a mountain range. Stop it. I cracked it up. Okay. Here's a nice one. Ooh, nice. That would be a good one to tea stain, maybe. Definitely needs some toning down. More like that. And that one needs a little more too. These are some of the ones I said before needed some more. Okay, now look at this stack plus these. Cool. That'll do a few notes for you. I'm going to shoot this with some air. You'll hold your paper up in the air. It'll dry quicker because you're not trying to heat the surface underneath it. All right, I'm about out of coffee. If Rosemary's still here, she hasn't seen my... Oh, it's in the other room, so never mind. I can't find my acorn. It's up there somewhere. All right, coffee it is. Dag nabbit. Y'all, I don't know when we missed, but here it is, coffee stained and crinkled. Isn't that pretty? Darn. I don't know how long I was gone. Half a minute, that's not too bad. Thank you, Joyce. I just love that. I think that is so cool. Now, different kind of paper, if you crumple it like that, will break the fibers in that paper, and they will absorb the coffee stain and crinkle. That's really pretty. So, Monday, the video will be there probably first thing in the morning. And the printables. And then on Tuesday, we'll start our journals. I kind of got a head start, but, and y'all know what mine are. Don't you dare fall on the floor. This baby. And I just used papers I had, but now this kind of thing, wherever that FedEx thing went, I'll just put something on top of that or paint it. So this is my start of the Field Notes journal. And the other one, I couldn't resist it, so I'm going to start to matcha stained. Matcha tea. Got some neat butterfly things. Look at that. So, just another approach. I'll make sure the link is in the body for these. This one I made. But there's some neat papers in here. All right. Oh, and an envelope from that paper I love. The freebie paper, but not freebie. $4 for 4 sheets. But Jerry's Art Aroma's been out of it for almost a year. When they get it back, I order 10 or 20, just to have it on stock on hand, because that's my favorite watercolor paper. And here's something else I'm going to do now that you're here. This is a flip top from my handy wipes. So just say you had that all bronzed up, dirty. Think Hemingway, out in the field. And you open it up and there's the key to get in. Isn't that cool? And it's not very deep, so I could embed it, cut the pages underneath and embed it a little bit. That could be fun. All right. Do you feel your creative juices going? Well, we're glad you're here, Deborah. And here's saying we hope your health issues get better. And we love having you here whenever you watch. All right. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to be out. Thank you guys for coming and participating. And now I'm going to do my little 20-second ending screen. And Monday is the kickoff for Dr. Victoria RoseBloom.